I'll be honest, farming games generally aren't my cup of tea. That was until I saw Lightyear Frontier slap itself on my desk. And in true spicy seasoning fashion, to make the farming frontier a little bit more interesting, they've included the power of mechs. That's right, giant, foot-stopping, laser-firing, mechy goodness. This brand new game, developed by Framebreak in union with Amplifier Game Invest, is an open world farming game where you get to play it with your mates, up to 4 of them, and you basically go around discovering things on an alien world, growing alien plants and domesticating the local wildlife. Alongside this, you get to enjoy all the alien elements of building a farm on an alien world. If you want to check this out, then the link is in the description below. But today I want to talk about the trailer and what I've spotted, and also some of the features that they've announced as well. So starting off, you play from the perspective of the mech. I haven't seen any sort of like outside the mech action yet. You can play in both first person and third person. So far from what I've seen of the mechs, they are 2-legged mechs. They walk upright and they basically give you the functionality to do everything you need on your farm. So I thought at first that these worlds were going to be sort of like randomly generated. From what I've seen, it looks like there is only one world, and the description didn't really help too much in this either. It says explore a vast new planet packed to the brim with resources and mysteries. So I'm speculating when it says new planet, it means the planet you were once on, you're now going to a new planet, because this game hasn't come out yet and it's not like this is a new planet that we've been given from the previous one that you used to live on. There are also some Metroid style elements, so your tractor will require some different upgrades for it to do things to get access to new areas, new resource types, new creatures. So for those who like a progression system, you'll have that box ticked for you. A big plus point for this as well is the fact that you can play this with your friends. Now they've confirmed that you can play with up to 3 other people, making it a total of 4 players going on your map. And it looks like there are 2 options to this, so it looks like you can all build your same world together, but you've also got the option to have it like Animal Crossing, where you just invite people over and you say hi and they tour your farm. As with an alien world, there is like exotic fauna and aliens, and we'll get into that a little bit later when we have a look at the trailer. But yeah, so there's plenty of variety to keep you going. There's also a genetic system which allows you to basically breed these aliens. I don't know if it means you can make different types, but sounds cool nonetheless. And they also reported on kind of like the bog standard bits and pieces, so you can basically customize your homestead and turn it into the perfect farm that you want off-world. In terms of interesting features, there is a dynamic weather system which kind of introduces all sorts of alien type weathers and winds and rain, etc. to keep you on your toes when growing your farm. And alongside that, there's also something called the Interstellar Neighborhood. Now, I don't really know how this works, but basically you can partner up on a local scanner satellite and befriend off-planet neighbors. So I don't know if that means that you're befriending other people with other farms on other planets, which again feeds back into the whole idea that maybe there are other random biomes, maybe all worlds aren't the same, but it could also mean that you're just communicating with other NPCs, and that's how you get access to different resources and sell stuff or whatever. And last but not least, this isn't a completely sandbox driven game. Apparently there is a mystery driven narrative, so you're on the planet, there's ancient ruins for you to go through, and you get to find the story behind those. Now there's no point having a great big list of descriptions unless we get to see some gameplay, and there is a trailer which we're going to go through now. So it is a relatively short trailer, but I'm going to say straight out of the box, the game looks phenomenally beautiful. From what I can see, this is in-game footage, and the night sky, the ambience, the worlds, the different colorations, the planets in the background, they look absolutely phenomenal. Alongside that, the music as well is pretty good. It's got that nice, rich, deep, spacey ambience that you'd expect for a game that has some sort of exploration vibe to it. Now the looks and feels of this, they aren't super realistic, but they do have vastness to them and scale to them. If I was to make a comparison, it would be kind of like that simple cell shadedness of Fortnite, but there's a little bit more vitality to it. There's a lot more richness in the sky, in the textures, but they are still kind of like very bold and vibrant and, you know, single tone, almost like a 3D cell shadedness to them. But yeah, the game starts off basically, I think you get shuttled down to the planet, you land, and then off you go with your mechs. So in terms of what I found out from the mechs, you've got basically a 2-legged walking mech, which we've already confirmed. Now from the inside screenshots and the video of what I've seen, you have essentially 2 arms. There looks to be a left and a right one, and I'm not sure if you can customize them, so have one arm doing one thing and one arm doing the other. And I don't know, from a UI point of view, it would be a bit weird to have an icons on both arms if you couldn't, change them, but maybe you can use them independently, I don't know. But until we see more gameplay, it's all speculation. So in terms of what your mech actually does as well, I've seen two arm types. The first one was like harvesting trees, so firing lasers at it, and then that's how you got the wood. And the other one was harvesting wheat, which was like, I don't know, they're like turbines vacuuming in all the resources. And this kind of demonstrated some of the things that you'll be doing. So it is very farmer typical-esque. So you have to plant the fields down, then you have to put the seeds down, then you have to water them, and you have to, do all the other bits and pieces in terms of growing plants and cereals. I know I've already mentioned this, but I gotta mention it again. The stylism of the buildings, I absolutely love them. They're really cute. They've got great colouring on them. They're simplistic. They almost have that same sort of visual feel that the Warcraft 3 buildings used to have, if any of you used to play it. And in terms of building placement, I think you just get the resources and then you put the building down, so you can build up a base fairly quickly and you can do lots of customization. And I guess a lot of the gameplay will be more about the exploration, keeping the farm running, and looking after all the various alien space animals that you've got on your farm as well. This does look also to be a very PvE, non-violent kind of game. I haven't seen any form of combat. These mechs haven't got like tractor missiles on them or anything. I don't even know how you capture an alien cow at the moment, but I guess it's with some sort of net, or you have to go around herding them. But so far this game looks really, really good. My only potential kind of concern at the moment is that maybe at an early release it will be very content light. There are also some very, very mature games in this platform, so the bar is set quite high with games like Stardew Valley and Animal Crossing. But by the same vein, this game definitely has its own demographic. There are people who love these type of titles, so I think as long as it presents itself well and the early access again isn't too light, I think it will do very well for itself, even if there is an early access version. I actually haven't seen any confirmation of that yet. Oh, no, I lied. There is an early access version. My bad. But in terms of releases, this is coming to the Xbox and PC. I don't know about the PS5, but those two I know have been confirmed. But let me know what you think of this one. I think it'll be a really nice, relaxed game to play with your friends when you just want to chill. But for now, I hope everyone is well. Be safe, be healthy, and I'll be back with more news and reviews soon.